Let's talk. This is what I looked like after quitting the Flying Pig Marathon last May after only 15 miles. And this right here is what I want to look like on May 18th of this year at the finish line of the Cleveland Marathon. Although I epically failed at my first marathon attempt last year, I do want redemption at that distance. And so I've signed up for the Cleveland Marathon, which is on May 18th, which is just about 10 weeks away right now. I'm going to be tracking my training and progress every single week on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of those updates. I will be going over my training for the week, any notable plans for the coming weeks, any stats on the week's trainings, and then any milestones or thoughts I'm having on my progress so far leading up to the marathon. So let's dive right in to week number 1 right here. Good morning, Monday, March 10th, 10 weeks out from the marathon, and just getting in the first strength training session of the week right here before work. First run of the week underway right now, and trying out my new shoes as well today, the Brooks Ghost. Got them for Christmas and was just waiting until my other shoes got a little bit more used, and as long as these get worn in a little bit and feel good this week, I'm gonna wear them on Saturday for a 5-mile race that I'm doing. And right now, running out near the edge of the lake. I like running out on these stones. This last little section is a little tricky and still got some snow down here, but make it out to the end and show you the view real quick out over the lake and to the city there in the distance. So I like coming out here. Just gives me some variety from the streets, and certainly a little bit slower on these rocks because there's some difficult sections to navigate, but I enjoy it, and it certainly adds some variety. My current training plan isn't super rigid, but I'm aiming for about 5 hours of running and 2 hours of strength training every single week. And I do expect the running to increase some as I get closer to the marathon, but not a whole lot. I typically split the strength training up into 4 30-minute sessions with 5 minutes of abs after each of those sessions, and I typically do these in the mornings before I go to work, and then after work during the week I'll go for a run for about an hour, and on the weekends I'll run some shorter distances with my girlfriend. I have started incorporating a quote-unquote long run during the week, which right now is only about 100 minutes, 9-10 miles or so, at least for me at my pace. But I hope to increase that week by week, and probably I'll have to switch that to the weekend potentially due to time constraints at some point, and definitely want to get at least a few runs close to 20 miles and at least one over 20 miles before the marathon. Day 2 of week number 1, about 2/3 of the way through the workout this morning. Just doing dips, squats, and push-ups, and I usually do 15 sets of whatever I'm doing, about 2 minutes a set normally it takes me, so that's where I'm at. Tuesday afternoon run, longer run of the week, and aiming for about 100 minutes, but don't think I'll get to 10 miles because out here on some trails and getting in some vert. Wednesday morning. Just 2 more sets left in the workout, just doing single leg step ups, 10 each side. So may not seem like a lot, but for 15 reps each side, it adds up pretty significantly. All right, Thursday morning, day 4, critique my push-up form right here. And yesterday afternoon, did about 2.5 mile run with my girlfriend. Didn't record any of that, but I'll put the stats up here. Thursday afternoon, beautiful day out. Got my hour of run, less than 10 minutes left. Just doing some little repeats of this kind of circle that has a little bit of a hill. Just to get some elevation. There's not much elevation in general around here, so I like to get some in every now and then. It's not all that much, but will probably get me more than I would typically get from an hour-long run. Saturday morning, out for a run. Did just a mile yesterday, and today we were supposed to do this 5-mile race, but it got canceled because of the weather. Said severe thunderstorms, which it was thundering at like 8 a.m. But the weather's been fine since, so we're doing the 5 miles anyway, and it's going well so far. Having a little fun splashing in the puddles. So the rest of that 5-mile run went pretty well. We finished right around 45 minutes total, so right about 9 minutes per mile. I actually had to go just a little bit further to reach the 5-mile mark, but I think the official race finish, we finished right around 45 minutes, which I was pretty happy with. Alexis thought she would not be able to do anything better than 9:30s per mile. And so I kind of set the pace. I thought she could do better than that, so I set the pace the first few miles a little bit faster than that. We were low 9-minute range, I think. And then, at the 5K mark, we had done just about the same time that she had done back in November at a turkey trot, and she was feeling pretty okay and didn't seem like she was, really struggling. So I figured we could keep up that pace the rest of the way, and we actually went a bit faster for the last mile. So I was really happy with that and proud of her for pushing, and I'm glad we're able to get in right around 9 minutes per mile for that one. It was, obviously disappointing. The race was canceled. The weather wasn't even that bad. It was pretty windy at times and sprinkled a little bit on us, but all the storms were done by the time we got there and the race would have started. But obviously they kind of planned for the worst, and that's their decision to make. So that was disappointing. And then today we just did a mile run, just kind of shake out the legs a little bit and get moving a little bit. So nothing too crazy there. So first official week of marathon prep in the books, and in terms of strength training, hit my 2-hour goal plus the 5 minutes per day of abs. So 2 hours 20 minutes total of strength training there, and then 5 hours 18 minutes of running, so a little bit over my 5-hour goal. But like I said, I'm expecting that to increase slowly over time, probably as I get closer to the marathon and start putting in some longer runs in the 15 to 20 mile range, a few of those at least. Then total mileage was 32.02 miles, and that is an average pace of 9 minutes 57 seconds per mile. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Aside from the 5-mile run on Saturday, which I wasn't pushing super hard. It was faster than my normal pace, but not super difficult. I was pretty much just at easy run pace most of the time. So to be in the ballpark of 10 minutes per mile for my easy run, I'm pretty pleased with, and I think I'll try to do some sort of maybe tempo run or intervals this week. I'll have to figure out what exactly that looks like, but I want to try to incorporate a little bit of that faster pace and higher intensity for sure as we get closer to the marathon. And then 1,429 feet of elevation gain. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this first week went. I'm looking forward to the progress I'm hopefully going to make over the next 2 months-ish before the marathon, and my body's feeling good, so that's good as well.
And next week in the video, I'm going to be talking some about what I eat in a week or on a day-to-day basis, and how that kind of goes together with my training to hopefully enhance my training and enhance my fitness and recovery and all that kind of stuff. So just going to dive in a little bit to my thoughts and process for what I eat. I hope you enjoyed this first video in my Cleveland Marathon prep series. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the future episodes. And as always, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll see you all in the next one.